EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And bulldozing his way through. And he takes this near to 25. Just a little pass there. Caught it to 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Complete. It's Johnson. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The Cowboys had 8 and 5 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. Right back to him on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We can look at this Bronco defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Second and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, what a move. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Regular.
Throwing is Allen on third. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
A carry here for the big tight end. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now receiver in motion left. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Cowboys score. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
5 wide. What's that?
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And it is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Broncos are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And some room to maneuver. Breece Hall. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch it. He's in. Touchdown.
a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, Jackson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Shreds the tackle. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here held in by Cup. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A first down there on a pick up the 25. Allen, the man in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Escapes the defender. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. An effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Keenan Allen, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but and now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 34 yards there and a first down. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Jackson to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I would say it would probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Jackson. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
2
minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Allen's throw is complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Allen now on 1st down. That is complete downfield to Knox. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Second and 10.
Hey, report. Report. Sit up.
Now Jackson. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Go ahead.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Now Jackson on first down. That one downfield for Dotson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Hall on to give up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second and 5. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
If these guys got to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. As Shaheed going to go in motion. On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Half 85.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Flush to his right. He finds his target, Allen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Allen. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Thorold, that got in there to bring him down.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
5 wide.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Finding Pickens for another catch. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down. They go play action now. Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And Jackson throwing once more. It gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They're going to motion Dotson to the left. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Alert, alert, alert!
Play action. Now it's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, it stays up. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Half 85, half 85. Out.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Jackson now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Option play, here's Hall. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That is caught. And he gets gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That third down conversion good for 23. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A give running right is Hall.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So the completion good for 7 there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 77 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some.
And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Chris Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Daniil Hunter, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Flush to his right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
And he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And his kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Hang on here. They declined that. So the yardage will stand.
There has to be confusion coming from the bench to the field about what their intentions are, because you guarantee they want the penalty. Turned down that big yardage gained against them. Instead, they turned down the penalty, and the yardage stands.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Now 2nd and 9.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He can't get him down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That good for 19 and a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team he's going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Dallas, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.